Okay, well today's video is going to be a get ready with me chit chat video. However, I started the video and I did not hit record. So here I am. Hello friends. So what I thought I would do is just first walk you through what I've done already. I primed my face, of course. I'm using this one. It's called the Secure the Blur. I think it's Patrick Starr, his name. It's okay. It's not, I don't like it as much as the Clarins Instant Poreless. But so I am using this one. It's okay. It's not my best. If you have a good pore primer that doesn't matte out the face too much, leave it in the comments for me, because I am looking for something, because with age, our pores become a problem. So from there, I applied the Wet n Wild, and I used my Colleen Rothschild. I'm not sure this sponge is available anymore. She may have discontinued this, but the Sonja Kashuck sponge is very nice. If you have the Beauty Blender, it's very nice. Just make sure your sponge is damp and squeezed out as much as you possibly can. Take a towel and just squeeze it, and it'll absorb all of the extra moisture, and that's when you will have the perfect sponge for application of foundation or your concealer, whatever you like, or your powder, whatever you like. All right, so this is the Wet n Wild, and I have to tell you, this has a beautiful, beautiful finish. And I have actually been wearing this. I alternate the two. I love my Dior Forever Glow. It's probably my most favorite foundation of all at this point in my life, because the skin changes and I need that extra glow. Being flat does not really, it doesn't enhance anything on my face. It actually takes away. So I'm always trying to add a little bit of glow, even though I do set with powder, but I make sure that it's a very light application of powder. And then the blush and perhaps the highlighter that I use, that will add a subtle glow back into the skin. And of course, setting with a makeup setting spray, that takes that powdery look away as well. But you do need something to set these, because especially in my T-zone area, I don't like having a strong glow. I love it on my cheeks and the rest of my face, but I don't care for it in the T-zone area. I think it makes my nose look big, and I just don't like it. So I do powder the nose, and I do powder lightly underneath the eyes, but that is very tricky. So anyway, I went ahead and I applied the Wet n Wild. This is the Dewy, and it's in cream beige. And right now, I think it's a really good color for me, because I am having to transition away from warm or olive tone foundations for more neutral because of my hair. So, and I find that when my foundation is wrong, I don't like my white hair. But when my foundation is right, I love my white hair. So you do have to pay attention. So if you're somebody that's starting to feel kind of drab because you're allowing your hair to grow out, it may be that you need to change. So if you maybe just go a shade lighter, or just the same shade but with a neutral undertone, and see if that works for you, okay? But anyway, this is the Wet n Wild, very affordable, very, very nice finish. Really do like it, and it holds up well. So then I went in with my powder, which is the Laura Mercier Translucent, and this is the Ultra Blur. I'm not a huge fan. It's nice. It's what I have on right now. I have to do a very, very small application, and I use a very loose powder brush, the 102 from BK Beauty. And I mostly concentrate it in the cheek area and then the T-zone area. And the only reason I concentrate on the cheek area is so that when I lay another powder over the foundation, I don't get blotching. I get a smooth application. But I don't really put any in this area, and I don't really do a whole lot on my forehead. I do right around here, because I like to put a bronzer up there. And again, I don't want to get that skipping or blotching when you're applying. So then I dug out a really old but a goodie bronzer, and this is Rosewood from Anastasia. And it's just really a nice bronzer. I can say that this bronzer, when it first came out, I went through quite a few of these, hit pan. And I don't do that on a lot of things, but I dug this out and it's beautiful. And I did apply, because again, this is another loose brush, but It's not really big. This is the 107 from BK Beauty, and I just went in and I tapped, and then I did put it into the lid because you don't want to have too much on that brush when you first start to place it on. And of course I had to lift up my rollers, and if you have white hair, you do have to be careful not to hit your hairline because you will turn it pink or whatever color you are applying. I've done it myself. So just a nice application of bronzer, and I do start up higher these days to help lift the face. Okay? All right, so we are all caught up with what I have done, and I just made sure that I hit record, so we are good to go. So now I was sent from Nordstrom this Kylie Jenner. You know, I would have never purchased this. But I was sent her holiday collection, which you can get at Nordstrom's now. And I thought, okay, I went through it. There's not much I can use in it, but I did like this color blush. So I thought I would go ahead. It's nice. It gives you a cream highlighter, cream blush, and it gives you a highlighter. But these are full of those sparkles that are going to accentuate texture. So it's a no-go for me. But this really looks like a beautiful satin blush. So I'm going to go ahead and apply that. So I'm going to go in, and this is the Wayne Goss number 2 brush. I've had this for years, and I didn't use it, and then one day I pulled it out for something, and I thought, why don't I use this? It's really a nice brush. So I'm just going to go in, and you see it picks up a lot, so I really have to make sure that I'm working that in the fibers so that I don't put too much blush all at once, because you can always add, but you start getting into a mess when you put too much on and you need to remove. So I'm just going to tap this on, and notice I'm staying up high. And I will tell you, this is a beautiful, beautiful blush. It's beautiful. It has a wonderful satin finish to it. It's really gorgeous, beautiful. It'd be nice if it came in a single on its own. Maybe it does, I don't know. Again, I want to tap that off. It comes with a nice mirror too. I want to tap that down, and then I'm going to just place. I pounce. I'm not rubbing back and forth. I'm pouncing and sweeping just down slightly. You'll get a really nice application this way. Make sure that you're even. I'm not always even, my friends. And just really tap and blend, and you'll see it brings out the beautiful sheen to that blush. That is really a pretty blush. Very pretty. And because it has a really nice sheen to it, you don't really need to add highlighter. I might, I don't know. Turn the light down. I don't know how it got kicked up, but it was throwing off the focus, so that's why I was a little bit distracted that last clip. All right, here we go. So now, in quite a few of my videos, I have been wearing this palette, and many of you have been asking what I had on my eyes and if I could do a tutorial. I have the NYX Ultimate, and this is the warm neutrals, which really work well. And there are so many really great colors in this palette. So I thought I would just go ahead and use this one, since so many of you seem to like the actual look that was created using it. Now, I did get some new brushes from BK Beauty, and I also got some brushes from Refer. These are by far my most favorite brushes ever. These are real hair, and the BK Beauty are my favorite. They are synthetic, so you have a brush for everything. So I thought I would just go ahead and try some of these. Now remember, I don't use a brush necessarily the way the company says to use it. I use whatever I want. So now this is the Refer, and this is a set, and I believe it's 50% off right now. I'm going to go ahead with this one here, and it is the number 33, and I'm going to go into this color right here, and I'm just going to sweep some of that on the brush, and then I'm just going to go and pack this on my lid. It's a nice, very soft, rosy, almost peach undertone. So I just went in and picked up more of that color, and I'm just going to really pack that color on. And notice I really focus on the lid first, and then I will sweep whatever's left up to the brow bone. And I don't drag past, because you don't want to drag the color way down, because then you drag the eye down. So I really just focus it on the actual lid part, okay? And I'm going to do the other eye and be right back, because if I did both on both sides, we'd be here forever. Okay, so I'm just finishing up with that base color. And there's what you have. Again, that is this color here in the palette. So now I'm going to move to the color right next to it. And I'm going to take a rougher number 1 brush. This is my favorite brush for the crease. Love, love, love it. So I'm going to go into this mauvier tone right here. And I'm going to pick up a good amount of this. And again, I still do a little tap off. And I'm just going to fill the crease in. Now, there were a couple of things I wanted to talk to you about. First of all, I wanted to tell you that I am, after this video, I'm going to be recording my weight loss video. I'm going to be recording my 10-month hair growth. And I'm also going to be doing a lot of holiday gift idea videos. Last year, it seemed that many of you appreciated those videos, because sometimes gift giving can be really difficult, especially, you know, everybody's short on funds, and it really shouldn't be about the cost of the gift. It should really be about your thoughtfulness. You know, and let's not forget those homemade gifts, you know, cookie baskets. If you're somebody who's going to still be baking, that is a great gift to give somebody. All right, you notice I just put that in the crease, the upper part. I didn't go on the lid with that, and I'm just really sweeping it. First, I kind of lay it down by tapping, and then I just go and sweep that color. And I do sweep it lightly up on the outer part of my eyebrow crease. I don't do it on the inner part. I just do it here. That helps to lift the eye bone up and out, especially if you have hooded eyes. And I'm going to do the same thing on this side. My eyebrows are out of control, my friends. I have not tweezed, nothing. I have hair all over. It's called taking one for the team. Next, I'm going to move in. I'm going to take the BK Beauty. Now, this is a new one. This is the 211. And I'm just going to pick up, I'm going to pick up a little bit of this. It's kind of like a rosy brown. I'm just going to pick up a little bit of that, and I want to intensify the outer part of that. Same thing on the other side. Okay, so next I'm going to go in with the rougher number 12 brush, and it's a very dense dome brush. Everybody should have a dome brush, and I think I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to tap into, which one do I want? I don't want the red. All right, I'm going to tap into this one right here. It's kind of a plummy brown. Yeah, it's kind of a plummy brown. And I'm going to just tap this in the outer part of my eye. And I am making that little V, pie shape, whatever you want to call it. You know, techniques don't have to change to be successful. You can use a technique that you've been using for years. You just might have to use that technique, and your placement will be a little bit different with your eyes aging. So I'm going in and do the same thing on the other side. Okay, so you can see that I have started almost a smoky effect, but it's kind of boring to look at it. So now there's a really pretty color right here that's almost like a rosy gold. It's really, it's more like a rosy platinum. It's a really pretty color. So I'm gonna go in, and you can use a brush with this, but I'm gonna just take my finger for right now, because I think it's easier to place those types of shadows when you use your fingers. And you want to put most of that color on the center, and you're just lifting it up to where it just meets the crease. It's not necessarily going in the crease. And you see how that just makes the eye pop. And then just take a little bit more and really pack it. And as you're applying it, sweep just lightly with it. It'll help to bring out that satin finish. And you want to get to the lash line with this as well. So really pack it on. And I'll just let you see what it looks like before I go any further. So you see that really brings the eye out, really makes it pop. It gives it a really almost festive look to it. So then what's left on here, I'm going to bring to the inner eye. I'm not necessarily building up the color there, but see, it actually opens the eye up a little bit. And it just really brings life to the eye. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing to the other side. Okay, and so there is pretty much the eyes. So I'm going to take a rougher #1 brush, and I'm just going to soften the line, holding that brush way at the end, because then you lose pressure when you do that, because you just want to soften that line a little bit. And I may need to apply a little bit more. I think I do, so I'm going back in with my dome brush and that plummy brown. And I'm just going to pack a little bit of this right on here. And then I'll take the #1 brush again, and I'm just softening that line. Okay, so that is what the eye should look like. I'm going to finish up the other side. And that's pretty much all I'm going to do on the top of the eye. So now I'm going to take, they have this really nice new brush from BK Beauty. This is the 209. This is really perfect for underneath. So I'm going to go ahead and take that plum, the second color I used. It's a muted rose. And I'm just going to load the brush up. And I'm going to go up underneath my eye with it, just to frame the eye and work up on that corner. Don't drag down, because I don't necessarily like to pack a lot of mascara on. Then I'm going to take a little bit of that deeper tone, touch it out in the hand, and I'm just going to accentuate the outer corner and sweep up with that. That helps to lift the eyes up. Remember, this is more of a holiday look. If you want it to be an everyday look, just go lighter in your application. And that is it. I might take a light sweep underneath my eye just to make sure that there is no fallout. If you're somebody who has a difficult time with fallout, then I would suggest you go ahead and apply your eyes first and then do your mascara. So now I'm going to go back in with that beautiful blush, and I'm going to load some up on the Wayne Goss, and I'm just going to sweep over my eyelid with that. And that just helps to marry everything together and brighten it up. Just if you seem like, oh, it's just a little too drab, just do the highlight on the outer edge of the eye, and it just helps to really lift things up and really accentuate what's going on. Okay, so now I need to tight line, because tight lining does something for the eyes. And because I'm wearing a plum, I'm going to go in with my Fitgo Beauty, and this is the Mulberry. Beautiful. I love the bronze as well. And I'm just going to go ahead and tight line. I'll try to do it on camera, but this, I don't know. We'll see. I have tight lined with the Mulberry, and this is what the Mulberry looks like on its own. It's just a really nice burgundy without any red. The red would make you look tired. Okay, so now I have to take care of these unruly eyebrows. I haven't even trimmed them, nothing. Well, I have trimmed them a couple of times, but look at these things. They are out of control, but I'm not complaining, because I've really wanted to have my eyebrows the way they were when I was younger, but because I thought I was going to be twiggy one day, I went crazy with the plucking and tweezing all the time. So I just use the Anastasia, and this is the brunette that I'm using. I have the caramel as well. It really doesn't matter which one I use. They both work for me. I'm not sure how I'll have to change that when I'm totally white, but right now I'm okay. So I just go ahead and I take the tip, I clean it off, and then I sweep it through the hairs like so, and it hits every single white one. And that's all I need. And then I just kind of go and shape them. And that's it. Look how it brings it right to life. I don't even have to pencil in anymore. That's how well my brows are growing. Trust me. So that is how I do my eyebrows. So now for my lips and my mascara I will probably do off camera, and I'm probably going to do just the NARS or something like that. While I was off camera, I did go ahead and spray the Morphe Continuous Setting Spray, and I did my mascara using the Climax from NARS. This tube is just about on its way out, so it looks like a pretty light application. Now for lip, I decided on the Lancome, and this is the Charme. I was looking, I have a rosier one, but I couldn't find it. I don't know where it is. But I just went ahead and I lined my lips. Lipstick, again, this is Miss Mistletoe from Christian Audette. All right, and I'm just gonna go ahead. Okay, so there is the lip, and then I'm just going to put a little gloss. You don't even need gloss over these, but it's the holidays. Why not? And I'll just put a little bit of Mimi over it. All right, so I'm going to go take my hair down and put my outfit on, and I will be back to share that with you. All right? Hang tight. Okay, so I am back with the finished look. What I'm going to do now is I went to CHICO'S the other day. And I never go to CHICO'S. One, I don't understand their sizing. And two, their clothes have been a little dowdy in the past. But wow, was I surprised at how they have changed. And their clothes are really well made. So I bought a pair of pants, which I'm not going to share with you today because I need to find the right top for those. And I bought 2 tops. I could not decide on the color. I tend to lean towards the colors I'm wearing now because I've always been a blonde or some sort of blonde with brown. I've never been a silver-haired person before, so it's hard for me to venture out of these colors, although I think I'm going to return the other one. Even though I like it, I have to watch myself back on camera here to see. I just don't think it's the right color for me. It's the same shirt. That's another thing about me. If I find something I like and I think looks good on me, I buy every color I like or a color that I think would look good on me. So this top here is from CHICO'S. And I bought this specifically to wear leggings because I am one of those people, I do not like showing my butt or my parts, my lady parts, when I'm wearing tights. Now I know a lot of people do, and I'm not passing judgment. I don't care what somebody else does in their own life. The only thing that I am concerned about when I am wearing my clothes is how I feel in them. I don't care how anybody else chooses to wear them, but how I feel. I must be comfortable in my own skin. And by that, I mean I want to be able to walk into a place with confidence. I don't want to be just, making myself a little bit smaller because, oh my goodness, I'm wearing these tights and I really don't feel comfortable wearing these leggings like this. I'm exposed, my butt is showing, my female parts are showing. Even though someone else may not notice it, it is how I feel about it. So I thought this was perfect. So the first shirt you will see is this color. Now, I think the color is beautiful, and it's called Plumberry, and I'm wearing a size 1. But what is fabulous about this top, it's no iron, my friends, absolutely no iron, and it has stretch. I love that, absolutely love it. And look at the lining of it. It is just beautiful. It really is a well-made top. It's really a beautiful shirt. It has just a simple pleat down the back, so it just gives it enough play so that it's not hugging the body, because I'm one of those thinkers, if it's skin tight on the bottom, it must be looser on the top. If it's really loose on the bottom, it must be more fitted on the top. I think that creates an equal balance. So for me, I just thought this was an absolutely beautiful top for any woman that wants to wear it, but especially a woman going through menopause or way past it that is really struggling with certain parts of your body, but you really love some of the trends like leggings. I mean, I don't wear a lot of them because I don't really find a lot of perfect tops to go with them. This one is fabulous. They had a couple of other different colors. They have one that's a multitude of colors and has like a leopard collar.
And I thought about it, but I thought it's a little too busy for me. But it really is pretty. So if you're really into that, it would be a great shirt. And it's the same style. And then they had a black and white one, which I may still order because it was very abstract looking, because they didn't have a one there. But this is just beautiful. But I'm going to be honest with you, I probably will take this one back because I'm not sure the color is really one that complements me perfectly. Now this one, because I still have some gold to my hair, it really, I just love it. This one is staying with me, my friends. So you can see that this is a great length. It really does make an outfit just pop. It really has beautiful lines to it. It has a nice flow. It's covering everything that needs to be covered. It's very comfortable because of the stretch. The sleeves are perfect. This one here is black and gold, and this one here is the plumberry and black. I don't know if it came in maybe some other colors. It might have come in a blue. I have no idea. I didn't really look because I would like to buy them all then, and I bring them home, and then I'm like, what are you doing? But I just think this is a fabulous top. The collar actually stays up on its own. Now you may be somebody who doesn't like the collar up. This is what the collar looks like down. Very nice. And I just layered it with some Dean Davidson necklaces. And this is a necklace Louis gave me many, many years ago, just as a couple of diamonds in it. And I just think it's beautiful. And I have on a pair of Dean Davidson hoops. And no jewelry on my hands or bracelets, but you could wear anything you want with this. And then I just threw it with any handbag. You can wear it with an envelope style clutch like you see in the first clip. Or you can carry it with your regular handbags. I just think this is a really smart, casual outfit. So I wanted to share these with you because if I wait, they sell out and then you can't get them. So everything will be listed and linked below. All the makeup that I use will be listed and linked below. Everything I have on my body will be listed and linked below for you, my friends. So if you like these, hurry. You can order them online, and I believe CHICO'S has a 30-day return policy. I won't buy from any place that doesn't have a return policy. I will not, because, you know, I got excited when I saw this, and I thought, ooh, but when I brought it home and I put it on this morning, and maybe it's because of the hair, but when I put it on, I thought, I'm not really crazy about this color, so I will return this. This could be your perfect holiday top for any type of parties you have to go to, because you could easily, my friends, throw on a beautiful black rhinestone necklace and maybe some black rhinestone earrings, and if you have some beautiful black rhinestone booties, you have dressed this whole outfit up. And if you're someone who prefers to wear belted, I would not belt this, but if you're someone who prefers to belt something, you could get a really pretty thin belt and wear it with it if that's what your comfort level is. So it's, your style is your own and mine is mine, but you might see something and I might give you a little idea. I do not pretend to be a stylist at all. I just know how to dress my own body. And I know what I feel comfortable in. And I think that's the most important thing about style or fashion. You must be comfortable in your own skin. Doesn't matter if it looks great on me or great on someone else. If you don't feel comfortable in it, you will not walk with confidence, my friends. So always walk with confidence, and you'll look like $1 million no matter what your style is. All right, so I'm going to let you go for today, but before you leave, make sure that you hit that subscribe button. I would love to have you all as an ageless beauty. Right next to it is the bell that notifies you of all the videos that I'm putting up. Until the next time, my friends, you go out in the world and you be lovable. And remember, it is okay to love your age. I love you all. Bisous.